They have come here to become technologists. They have lost all interest of in original Vedic culture. Om Ajnanathimiranasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtyam Sthapitam Jena Bhutali Swayam Rupa Tadamayam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jitapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatharnitam Tvang Sajeevam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Visakhanitanisra. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastuti Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vikhavanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Sutappadini Rajendra Nirangsanti Sahasrasa Apassatam Atmatatyam Grihesu Griyamedina. The same subject matter, that those who are too much attached in the family affairs, Grihesu, Grihomedina. Grihomedi means one who has made his center of activity home. He is called Grihamedhi. There are two words one word is Grihastha and one word is Grihamedhi. What is the significance of these two words? Grihastha means one, not only Grihastha, it is called Grihastha Ashram. Whenever we speak of ashram, it has got spiritual relations. So, all these four divisions of social orders, Brahmachari Ashram, Grihastha Ashram, Vanaprastha Ashram, Sannyas Ashram. Ashram. Ashram means, whenever you ashram, this word has become little popular in your country also. Ashram means situation for spiritual cultivation. Generally, we mean that. And here also, there are so many yoga ashrams. I have seen in New York so many ashrams. New York yoga ashram, yoga society, like that. The ashram means it has got a spiritual connection. It doesn't matter whether a man, grihastha means living with family, wife and children. So, to remain with family and children is no disqualification for spiritual advancement of life. That is not a disqualification, because after all, one has to take his birth from the father and mother. So, all great acharyas, great spiritual leaders, after all, they have come from father and mother. So, without combination of father and mother, even there is no possibility of begetting a great soul. There are many instances of great souls like Shankaracharya, Lord Jesus Christ, Ramanujarya. Even they had no very high hereditary title, still they came out from the grihastha, father and mother. So grihastha or the householder life is not disqualification. We should not think it that only the brahmacharis or the sannyasis, they can elevate to the spiritual platform, whereas those who are living with wife and children, they cannot. No. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has clearly stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita that kiva vipra kiva shudra nasikane no. Jai Krishna tattvavedta sai guru ho. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, it doesn't matter whether a person is a grihastha or a sannyasi or a Brahmin or not Brahmin, it doesn't matter. Simply, if one is Krishna conscious, if he is elevated in Krishna consciousness, then he is just eligible to become the spiritual master. Jai Krishna tattvavedta sai guru. Tattvavedta means one who knows about the science of Krishna. That means fully Krishna conscious. Sai guru. Sai means he. Guru means spiritual master. He doesn't say that one has to become a sannyasi or a brahmachari, then he can know. So, but here the word is used grihamedhi, not grihastha. Grihastha is not condemned. If one lives in regulative principle with wife and children, so that is not disqualification. But grihamedhi means he has no higher ideas or higher understanding of spiritual life, simply living with wife and children like cats and dogs. He is called grihamedhi. That is the difference between these two words, grihamedhi and grihastha. So, Sukadeva Goswami said, the grihesu grihamedhinam, one who does not know anything about this family life or sex life. Family life, they have taken it as sex life, that's all. So, they have many things to hear. Sutubhyadini Rajendra Ninang Santi Sahasra. Actually, you see, people are reading so many newspapers. In big country, big cities, there are big, big volumes of newspaper, magazines. They are very much eager to learn or to hear about the current news. To hearing means srutubhyas. So there are volumes, literature, magazines, newspapers, they are hearing. But when you say, please come here, we are reciting Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, please hear, they will not. They will not come. This minus. When you speak of God, then they are not ready to hear. But if you speak of dog, that here is a dog's medicine, you can maintain a dog like this and the dog can become fatty like this and oh, it is very scientific matter. You see? But they are called grihamedis. So they have got many subject matter to hear. But they are not agreeable to hear only one thing about God. Why? Now, apasyatam atmatatyam, they do not know what is self-realization. Apasyatam, cannot see. Their vision is very poor. Why? They are thinking this body as self. Therefore, they are very poorly thoughtful. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, in another place it is stated, Jasatma buddhi kunapi tridhatuki. Every day we are experiencing that I am not this body. The body is growing, I am still there. There are so many instances, but we cannot understand that we are not this body. Apasyatam atma tattvam. Atma means the Atma, there are various meanings of Atma. Atma sometimes is meant indicating this body, Atma is sometimes indicating this mind. Atma is soul, and Atma or Paramatma, the Supreme Lord. Atma Tattvam. Tattvam means truth, philosophy or science. So, they do not know the science of Atma. Either take it body or mind. Generally, they take it as this body. So, so far body is concerned, there are so many departments, medical department, health department, and I do not remember, there are so many departments. All these departments of knowledge, they are practically on the basis of this body. Then higher than this, Atma, if you take it mind, then there are psychological department, speculation department, philosophical department, so many departments, mind. Then intellectual department. But there is no department of the Atma of the soul. That is the defect of the modern civilization. Therefore, Bhagavad says, apasyatam atma tattvam. They have no information of the real Atma, of the real position, real background of all these activities. They do not see it. Therefore, they have got many subject matter to hear about this body, about this mind, about intellectual activities and so many things. But because they do not know that Atma means the self, they do not know. Therefore, they have got many subject matter except this one, the soul, the subject matter of soul. Apasyatam atmadattam griheshu grihomedina. And why they are so much ignorant? Because they have made home as the center of activities. They do not know, neither they are educated. It is not their fault. The system of education is faulty. They do not give any education about the Atma Tattva. They give education that about economic development, about technological understanding, about scientific understanding of the laws of nature, and so many other things. But there is no department of knowledge to understand what is soul. Opposite. Because they do not see, they do not know. Therefore they are too much attached to this body, and this body means home, and home means wife, wife means children, children means money, money means society, so many things. Yes. Ata grihakshetra sutapta vittai janasya mohayam ahamameti. The first thing is that this material world is existing on sex attraction. And as soon as there is combination of sex, then the next attraction is for home, for land, for children, for society, for wealth, for bank balance, and so many things. Then extend it more, society to nationality to humanity, and go on increasing. But they are not Atma Tattva. They are all griheshu grihamedhinam, extended selfishness. Selfishness, just like a dog, he knows simply about his body. He won't allow another dog to come in his boundary. That is very poor selfishness. You extend it little more. Human society, there is family, wife, children. That is also extended selfishness. Then you further extend it, you have got society or nationality, consciousness of nationality. That is also still further extended selfishness. Similarly, you extend the same propensity humanity-wise, because there is a class of men, they are very much anxious to serve the human society. But they are not anxious to serve the animal society. The animal society may be killed for the satisfaction of the human society. Therefore, unless you come to the point of Atma, whatever extended selfishness there is, it is selfishness. There is no, broad-mindedness. And broad-mindedness, when you come to the platform of Atma, Ishavasamidam Sattvam, when you come to the point of God, then you see, oh, everything belongs to God. Everything belongs to God. Here is an animal, he also as good as I am, because he is also soul. So Atma Tattvam to be discussed, but they are not prepared. Therefore, grihesu grihamedina. So what is their business? Those who are blind to the Atma Tattvam, so that business is described in the next verse. Nidra hyate nattang babayena chabavaya divachate hayarajan kutumba bharanenava. Now their business is very nicely explained. What is that? Nidra, sleeping. Sleeping, kriyate, they waste their life by sleeping when at night. Nidra hyate nattang. Or they waste their time in sex life. At night there are two things. One who has no advantage of sex life, he sleeps alone, and if he has got advantage of sex life, he enjoys. So at night they waste their life in this way. Nidra yate naktam babaina chavavaya. In this their life is being wasted. And at daytime, the divacharte hayarajan. At the daytime, simply where is money? Where is money? Artha. Artha means because to maintain this body we require money. Divacharte hayarajan. All right, if one gets money, then next, kutumba bharani nava, then shopping. As soon as you get money, then shopping. The wife's bill, yes. So, in this way, day and night, they are simply under the impression of this bodily concession of life. Why they are doing that? Dehapatta kalatradi atma sannesu asassapi tesang pramatta nidhanang passannapi na passati. They are attached because they are attached to this body. Therefore, attached to the children, dehapatta, apatta means children. And kalatra means wife. Dehapatra kalatradi su atma sannesu. This very word, saina means soldier. Here, in the material world, every one of us is struggling very hard. That's the fact, everyone knows. So when we struggle, when we fight, then we must have soldiers. Without soldiers, nobody fights. So they are our soldiers. This body, everyone wants to keep this body fit and maintaining the children and the wife, dehapatra kalatradisu. We are thinking that this body and wife and children and home and country and society will save me. I am struggling against, what is that struggling? I do not wish to die. I do not wish to be diseased. I do not wish to become old man. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi. I don't wish to get birth again, or I want to stop birth. Janma mrityu, I want to stop death. I want to stop disease, and I want to stop old age. These are the activities, material activities, struggling again. And I am thinking that these soldiers, or this my body, or my wife, my children will protect me. Dehapatta kalatradisu atmasan asassapi. Although I am experiencing every day that they are asat, they will not exist. How do I know? They will not exist. My father has died, my mother has died, my grandfather has died, therefore I will also die, and my next generation, he will also die, my wife also will die. So everybody will die. Asassapi. They know by experience that they will not exist, but still their business has become to struggle for existence. Dehapatta kalatradisu, these are very important subject matter. Try to understand. We know that nobody will exist. I want to exist. That is my intention. I do not wish to die. I want to exist. But I know also that all these my soldiers, including this stout and strong body, it will also not exist. Dehapatta kalatradisu. Tesang pramatta. Pramatta means crazy, mad. Pramatta, nidhanang, distraction. Nidhanang passan Pashan means although he is seeing every day, every moment, uh, just like Maharaj Yudhishthira was questioned by Jamaraj, what is the most wonderful thing in this world? Can you say? Maharaj Yudhishthira immediately replied, what is that? Ahannahanni lokani gachanti jamamandiram. Every moment, every second, every day, every night, there are so many hundreds and thousands of living entities as they are going to the temple of death or dying. Ahannahani lokani gachanti jamamandiram seshasthitam icchanti. But one who is living, he is thinking that I will not die. I will live for good. That is the most wonderful thing in this world. Nobody is taking experience that I will have to meet death. And what is next after death? What I was before my birth. Why I am here. Why I am struggling so hard. I want to be happy. I want to be peaceful. Why there is no peace? Why there is no happiness? Why these things? Why I am put into this? These are called Atma Tattvam. These are called Brahma Jigyasa. If a man is not enlightened to this point of inquiring of this what I am, where from I have come, what is this world, what is this body, why I am getting old, why I am getting disease, so many whys there are. This is called Brahma Jigyasa. But they are pramatta, they are mad after the struggle for existence, although they know nothing will exist. It has come just like a flash and it will end like a flash. Then what is the actual platform of my life, my living condition? They do not inquire. They do not inquire. So griheshu grihame belong dehapatta kalatradishu atma sanneshu asassapi tisang pramatta nidhanam. Everyone is saying that it will destroy. Suppose if you know, suppose you are constructing a very nice skyscraper building, but if you know, somebody says that tomorrow the whole city will merge into the Atlantic Ocean, would you like to construct such building? No. I am giving that one example, but it is a fact that the struggle for existence, for living, that living condition will not be allowed. Then the next question should be that why this is happening. Everyone is struggling for existing, but existence, there is no, I will not exist, nobody will exist. These questions, unless there is in the human mind, then Bhagavad says, parabhavostava, is all activities are simply defeat. Javanna jigyasato atma tattvam. So atma tattvam. One should be inquisitive to understand what is my constitutional position. Then it is perfect life. Otherwise it is crazy life. We may try to live by so much hard struggle of life, but we cannot exist. We can exist only when we understand what I am. Then I shall be, this is diagnosis. If I know that what is my actual need, if I know what is my actual position, if I know that where from I have come and where I have to go, all these informations, if you are fully informed, that is perfection of life. Otherwise, it is simply defeat, whatever we may do here. Apasatang tesang pramatta nidhanang passannapi napas. Tasmat bharata sarvatma bhagavan haririshara srodabba kirtitabbascha smartabbascha ichchata abhayam. Now he is concluding that don't be misled by so many subject matter of hearing. Just concentrate upon hearing Krishna consciousness. Tasmat, therefore, Tasmat Bharata, O descendant of Bharat, Sarvatma. Sarvatma means the all-pervading super soul. Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ishara, the Supreme Controller. Hare, who can protect you, who can take away all your miseries, who can protect you from all miseries. Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Hare, Ishara Hare, Srutabha. You have to hear about him. Instead of hearing so many other news which will not exist, you just try to hear about Hare, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because Parikshit Maharaj question was, now I am going to die. What shall I hear about? Because hearing is our main business. You are hearing. If you go out from this temple, you will also hear, or the sound is always going on. If you do not want to hear, the hearing is going on. So here it is recommended that Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the Supreme Controller, who is Hare, or who protects us from all difficulties, Hare, and Sarvatma, he is situated in everyone's heart. That Supreme Personality of Godhead, Super Soul, should be heard. Srutam should be heard. We should be prepared to hear about him. Srutavya Kirtitavascha. And we should discuss about him. Kirtitavascha. Smartavya. And if we hear and discuss, then if we are really serious, then we shall remember also. Smartavya and Martavya Chetakabhayam, those who are actually desiring abhayam. Abhayam means fearlessness. So long we are not connected in Krishna consciousness or not connected with the Supreme Lord, we shall always be fearful. Fearful is one of the qualifications of the conditioned soul. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunam. 4 necessities. Why you are defending? Because on account of fearfulness. The animal is small animal and it has got also fear, and the biggest nation, Russia and America, they are also fearful. Because this is the qualification of conditioned life. Ahar, eating, Nidra, sleeping, and fearing and mating. So if you want to get yourself free from fearfulness, then Sukadeva Goswami recommends that you have to chant and you have to hear and you have to remember about the Supreme Personality of God. That is the conclusion. Don't try to hear so many nonsense things. Just concentrate. If you want to hear about God, there are volumes of literature. One political leader, perhaps you have heard his name. His name was Madan Mohan Malabha in India. He came to see our Guru Maharaj and he inquired, so what are your activities? So then some of our God brothers presented that we have got 6 periodicals in 6 languages, one in English, one in Bengali, one in Hindi, one in Oriya, and one in Assami, and we have got one paper, Bengali, daily. So this Madan Mohan Malabha was astonished that you are issuing a paper daily simply discussing about God. Uh, so my Guru Maharaj said, yes, why not? Then he gave him a nice example that in the Bhagavad Gita it is stated that ekangsana sthito jagat, this material world is only 1/4 part manifestation of God's energy. Now, apart from material, there are innumerable universes and innumerable planets in each universe. Out of that, this earthly planet is very teeny. And in this planet, there are so many countries and so many cities. And in each and every city, there are so many periodicals, so many newspapers. And each paper having so many editions daily. So, in comparison to the whole universe or whole material creation, this planet is nothing and this city is nothing. If you can produce so many news, then what about the 3/4 energy? Vaikuntha. So we can give you a minute edition of the transcendental news of the spiritual world. But unfortunately, there is no customer. There is no customer. The same thing. The Sutupadini, if you put magazines about this material world, you will get many customers. But as soon as you put forward back to Godhead, you have no customer. The unfortunate thing is that nobody is interested about Atma Tattva. So actually, we should be interested to understand, Atma Tattva. If we actually want to be free from fearfulness. Ichchatam abhayam. Abhayam means fear. If we are actually, ichchatam abhayam, who are those? Transcendentalists. So there are 4 classes of persons who are trying to get transcendental perfection or spiritual life. They are called Jnani. They are trying to understand the absolute truth by philosophical speculation. And Yogi, those who are trying to visualize the Supreme Soul within the heart, they are called Yogi, and Jnani, Yogi, and Bhaktas, and the devotees. Those who are trying to leave this material world and go back to Godhead and associate with the Supreme Person. There are 3 classes of men. They are trying to get out of this fearful world, Ichchatama. Therefore, here, Sarvatma, the yogis are trying to find out the super soul. Therefore, Sarvatma. Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma and Ishara. Ishara, the Jnanis are trying to merge into the effulgence of Ishara, or the yogis are trying to find out the Ishara, the supreme controller, and the Jnanis are trying to find out the impersonal Brahma, and Hare and Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Hare or Krishna or Vishnu, the devotees, persons who are in Krishna consciousness, they are trying to find out. So either of them, their aim is how to get out of this fearful material existence. So Sukadeva Goswami concludes that Ichchatam abhayam. Abhayam means fearful. If you actually want to be free from fear, then you should concentrate your mind, discussing, hearing, remembering, either of the impersonal Brahma, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavani. Either you think of Brahma or Paramatma or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but your subject matter should be this: hearing, chanting, discussing, talking, knowing. Don't divert your attention to this flimsy, say, so-called subject matter which will end. Because everything, whatever we are discussing in the material world, everything will end. Nothing will exist. We should concentrate our mind on the subject matter which will exist. Because I am soul, I am ever existing, eternal. My business is therefore, what is my eternal engagement? This subject matter is proposed by Sukadeva Goswami, and we shall discuss further on in the next meeting. Thank you very much. Any question?
What were your activities after initiation?
Initiation means beginning of spiritual activities. Initiation means just to begin.
And what were your activities after that?
Don't you see what are our activities? Is it very secret? You can see what are our activities. We are discussing about Krishna, we are talking about Krishna, we are chanting about Krishna, we are eating about Krishna, we are diverting about Krishna, we are dictaphoning about Krishna. Don't you see it? Then everything engaged in Krishna consciousness, that is your activity. The same thing will be there. Nothing will be changed. Here we are staying in a big apartment, and down they are also staying in the similar apartment, but this is called temple and that is called factory. Why? Here the consciousness is different from the consciousness down. That's all.